Velt, help for the children of Ukraine in the fight against war trauma. The Velt network of centers is a non-profit, charitable organization whose main mission is to help children overcome the consequences of post-traumatic stress disorder caused by the military aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine, which began on February 24, 2022. For more than a year, Ukrainian families have been under severe stress, with about 3 million children within the country in need of humanitarian assistance. For about a year and a half, many Ukrainian children have been in serious danger due to the war. Fear of rocket attacks and other weapons that directly increase likelihood of death can leave a permanent impression on a young child whose brain is still developing. The stress experienced by children of war can lead to a rise in long-term anxiety states, increasing the risk of developing post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and depression, which directly affect physical health. The first Velt Center was opened by David Reutemann and Shimshon Koretz in 2019 in Odessa, in order to help Jewish children with special needs. But with the beginning of the war, the center's activities were reoriented to psychological assistance to children of different religions, using the Israeli method of Hibuki therapy, which showed very high efficiency in overcoming stress disorders in children of preschool and school age. Given the urgent need to reach as many children as possible, the number of centers has been constantly increasing since August 2022. Odessa. Currently, about 60 children every month receive support and assistance from psychologists and speech therapists in the Odessa branch. About 130 classes with children and more than 30 consultations for parents are held monthly. Kyiv. In August 2022, the second Velt branch was opened in Kyiv. Currently, about 70 children every month receive the help of psychologists and speech therapists in the Kyiv branch. There are about 250 classes with children and more than 40 consultations for parents every month. We expect to open another branch in the center of Kyiv soon. In January, 2 more branches were opened, in Kropivnitsky and the city of Kharkov. Currently, about 60 children every month receive the help of psychologists and speech therapists in Kharkov. There are about 100 classes with children and about 20 consultations for parents every month. In Kropivnitsky, about 30 children a month receive the help of psychologists and speech therapists. There are about 100 classes with children and more than 15 consultations for parents every month. In total, since March 2022, 1,393 children aged 3 to 17 have received support and assistance in the network of Velt centers, and 5,335 consultations have been held. And now there is a large number of children who are waiting for their turn, since the schedules of specialists are completely full. The Velt network is a space where children and their families can receive the services of highly qualified psychologists, clinical psychologists, art therapists, Hibuki therapists, and speech therapists. We also take care of children with special educational needs. Among our little clients, there are children with autism spectrum disorders, with delayed speech and delayed mental development. Everyone gets a lot of attention, with all our services being provided free of charge. One of the characteristic features that distinguish Velt from other centers of psychological assistance is the use of progressive Israeli method, namely the author's method of Hibuki therapy. We try to acquaint as many people and organizations as possible with the activities of the Velt Center and the phenomenon of Hibuki therapy and establish cooperation. Psychologists of the Velt Center worked for 2 weeks with 150 Ukrainian children and their parents in the children's camp Sarvas, Hungary. The management of the center is concerned about the high qualification level of the provision of services. Therefore, it constantly organizes appropriate online and face-to-face training for all Kinderwelt specialists from outstanding scientists and practitioners. Kinderwelt today opens its warm embrace and gives childhood for an hour to all those in need of love, affection, and kindness. After a year of war, looking into the sad eyes of children, David Reutemann, together with Dafna Sharon Maximov, decided to launch a series of events dedicated to the leisure of children, passing under the hashtag Childhood for an Hour. Many more cities are awaiting the opening of their Kinderwelt centers. Zhytomyr, Cherkasy, Dnipro. The children of the cities are looking forward to the opening of branches of the Charity Rehabilitation Center Kinderwelt. And for this, we need support and help. Your support. Let's not leave the child alone with the war.